Good morning, folks. Welcome to a Queensland weather update from Oz Cyclone Chasers. Today, the 10th of the 12th, 2022. My name's Chris Nitzo. This update brought to you by our major sponsor, TownsvilleSheds.com. Check them out if you're in the market for a shed-safe accredited shed. This morning, we've got some isolated thunderstorms across the central eastern interior. We've got some shower activity coming onto the Capricornia coast, extending down to about Gladstone, 1770 Agnes Water. We've got a little bit of isolated light rainfall coming out of some of this high cloud across southeast Queensland, so it's a bit of a cloudy, dreary old day for a lot of this section of the coastline and adjacent inland areas. Some isolated showers also up around Mackay, and some remnant thunderstorm activity from lots of storms that happened across far north Queensland yesterday. Water vapour imagery shows an upper level trough is pushing across southeast Queensland this morning, and that's what's helping to enhance this early morning thunderstorm activity across the central coast. We've also got a surface level converging flow on the Capricornia coast, which is enhancing the shower activity there. And we've also got a little bit of convergence out the back of Mackay, which is also helping to create some isolated showers over the inland Mackay district as well. So quite a bit going on there. Nothing too strong about it though. Right, the upper level trough pushing across the south of the state today is going to help to enhance some shower and thunderstorm activity this afternoon across the Capricornia region, Central Highlands and Coalfields. Might be a couple of showers out the back of Mackay on those ranges, and notice here quite a bit of shower and storm activity expected up on the Atherton Tablelands. We're expecting to see some strong ones up there on the Atherton Tablelands and areas just west of the Atherton Tablelands today. We're also expecting to see some isolated convection across the far northern parts around Cape York Peninsula. We might actually get a couple of really gusty thunderstorms developing in this convergence zone around the Cape York Peninsula region too. So North Queensland looks like it's going to take the cake for some of the best storms of the day. But we will see quite a bit of shower activity, light patchy rain activity, and some isolated thunderstorm activity across central Queensland as well. As we go into the overnight hours, we're going to see shower activity particularly start to shift a little bit further northwards towards the Mackay to St Lawrence or Mackay to Rockhampton area. We're going to see some isolated shower activity, much more isolated further southwards. And once again, some overnight or early morning convection potential across the Cape York Peninsula, pushing it out into the Gulf country. Rainfall between now and when we speak again tomorrow. We can see some of these stronger thunderstorms out the back of the North Tropical Coast, so west of the North Tropical Coast. You can see quite a bit of shower and storm activity through the Cape York Peninsula region, and quite a bit of rain activity across the Capricornia, Central Highlands and Coalfields, with those weaker thunderstorms and general showers through this region, both this morning, this afternoon, not both, and also including overnight tonight. So the idea is that over the course of the entire 24-hour period, we'll start to see some numbers beginning to add up across this part of the world. Once again, we're not looking at anything overly strong. We're looking at our strongest stuff up further to the north, up around far north Queensland and around the Cape. Winds today, southeasterly, east-southeasterly in the south, east-northeasterly to northeasterly in the north. Just be aware the sea breeze could kick up a bit today. There's a fairly sharp temperature differential between the hot land and the warm ocean, and because of that, our sea breeze will kick up, particularly across central and north Queensland, with potential to see wind gusts up to around 15 to 20 knots. Sustained winds will be less than that, of course, and those gustier winds are going to be very close inshore for that central North Queensland area. Generally, widespread areas of east to southeasterly winds at gusting up to about 15, 20, even up to 25 knots at times across southern Queensland. So not ideal in the south, not ideal in the north, very close inshore towards the end of the afternoon with that sea breeze. But other than that, this time of the day, it's beautiful out there. As I mentioned, very hot conditions in the central and northern parts of the state, 35 to 40s, quite widespread west of the coastline, 40 to 45s in the far western parts of Queensland and up around the Gulf country, so very uncomfortable west of the coastline. On that southeasterly airflow, you can see southeasterly winds are keeping the temperatures down across southeast, central east Queensland. For far more depth and detail, head over to join.ozcyclonechasers.com.au. In our sub-forecast, we take a much longer-term look, and we also take a much more in-depth look at the reason behind thunderstorms and how strong those thunderstorms are going to be, with a full analysis of various areas and their susceptibility to storm activity. Have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you tomorrow.